There's something going on. Crowd loving it. It's a ball, flying ball. Home run!
3, 2, 1. So Ryan, we do this every now and then. We haven't done it recently because, well, there hasn't been much movement. And if you wonder what we're talking about, it's NHL Lockout.
Oh, geez. I thought you were talking about something else there.
Basically, federal mediators met with the two sides yesterday, and nothing came of it. The NHL seems to be hard bent on sticking with what they have, their offer.
Neither side has come off their stance from last week, and last week was the big blow-up where PA came out and said we're close to a deal, and then Bettman came down and almost blew up in his retort to that by saying there is no way, we're nowhere near a deal. So we're still where we were last week, although tempers seem to have settled. And at this point, we're still waiting to hear whether or not there's going to be any more meetings. We expect there will be. It's just a matter of when and where now.
The interesting thing could be if the NHL does resolve this, how quickly they resolve it, and then how it affects the World Junior Tournament, where you're going to have so many prospects and so many guys that are affected by this who could be playing in the NHL. How many are recalled, and then what does that mean for the rosters over there?
Well, Junior Tournament, and now the other one that's affected is the Spengler Cup, because they have apparently come out and asked, or are going to be approaching some of the locked out NHL players to play in the Spengler Cup. Jonathan Bernier, goalie for the Kings, came out today, or at least his statement came out today, that he was going to commit to the Spengler Cup, Team Canada, for that tournament. So we've got 2 potential tournaments. That could be a lot of fun to watch over Christmas. That might be seeing a few players leave their rosters if the NHL lockout is decided or fixed or solved, whatever you want to call it, by end of December.
So basically the stance is what we are now, is that the NHL wants 10-year DBA, 5-year mandatory contract, and no caps on escrows. The NHLPA is sort of looking at an 8-year contract, longer than 5 years, hoping for 7 years, long length of contracts, and definitely a cap on escrow. I don't blame them on the escrow thing. So without really much else to talk about, and you can get all the information somewhere else, we can sort of resolve this. But we'll be up to date with anything changes in terms of what might happen. But right now, basically the NHL and the NHLPA don't have any future meetings to talk about, and the mediator sort of didn't make any help.
No, he didn't declare anything. He didn't really. It sounds like the mediator just sort of wandered in between rooms, because they didn't meet in the same room. Yesterday, they were in separate rooms. The mediator went from room to room. So it sounds as if there not much at all happened, which is what we're hearing from both sides, that nothing changed. Not a thing.
So we'll be back at you next week with probably another NHL update. Let's hope that they come up with some type of agreement after the World Junior Hockey Tournament.
After, yeah, and Spengler Cup too. That'll be a fun tournament. We have a few more NHL players there.
Just prolong this. We've already prolonged it long enough. Let's just keep going.
And that way we can focus on the bowl series too, NCAA football.
Yeah, be with us, guys. NHL Lockout updates every week.